Good evening. This is the Everton match preview, and it's been a while actually. I mean, obviously we had Man
Yeah.
United last weekend, and I was just bouncing around different channels. Big up Jordan, big up Nate. Obviously holding the fort, but to be fair, it's just as much their channels too as well. We've got a nice little team, and yeah, as you saw last night with the first episode of Talking Ish, which I think was a huge success. Look out for more of that. We get more and more shows on the channel. We have our Everton guest this week. I think we've got every guest come in apart from Leeds, right?
Typical Leeds.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just
Leeds was the only one we didn't get one so far.
Typical. So far, absolutely. Big up Matt, Everton fan.
All right, lads, how's things?
Yeah, all good.
Decent.
All good.
Good man, good man.
Right. Let's address the comments. I think you've got a fan already.
Oh, do I? Yeah.
Big up Munzie, Man United fan. In fact, I don't think you'll win against Everton, as they'll be on a massive high from the Arsenal game.
Yeah, but this is Everton. They always let us down. So
big up Jay. Big up Brash. Luke Cooper. And Louis, as always. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So we're gonna go straight into it. Andros Townsend. Now, obviously, we lost him this summer on the free. Contract run out and such. We didn't want to renew. How's he done for you guys?
To be fair, I think when we first got him in, it was kind of just on a squad rotation base. He was going to come off the bench and stuff like that. But to be honest, Everton were hit so hard with injuries, and he came on and he took his chance. I mean, I think he's 5 goals and 3 assists in all competitions for Everton, which isn't a bad return for a so-called squad player. I mean, he's scored more goals than a lot of our players this season, so can't really complain about him. The one thing I like about Andros Townsend as well is that what you see is what you get with him. He's always going to give 100% no matter what. He'll always chase down lost causes and stuff like that. And to be honest, at the moment, it looks like over the last few games, it looks like he needs a bit of a break. He seems a bit leggy at the moment, but like he's played the majority of the games for Everton, like cup and league games. So I've no complaints with him. All us Everton fans really want out of any player that plays and puts on the shirt for Everton is 100% commitment, and I think you're going to get that every game with Andros Townsend. So listen, I think it's a short-term contract for him. He's not getting any younger, but I think I mean, if he gets another few goals and adds another few assists as well, I think Andros will benefit a lot better as well when Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back, because he has Andros Townsend has an absolute wand of a left foot there. He got a great ball into the box there for one of Richarlison's disallowed goals against Arsenal there. So no complaints with Andros Townsend. I won't speak bad of anybody who gives 100% when they put on the Everton shirt. That's for sure.
No, absolutely. I mean, you obviously mentioned that he's got 5 goals and 3 assists and such. I think that he averaged 1 goal and 1 assist when he played for us, but that goal would normally be an absolute worldie.
He's already scored as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he got goal of the month there against Burnley.
Yeah, so he's already got that.
Yeah.
George, what's your thoughts on how we started at Everton?
I think that he did what we all expected. He did exactly what he did when he first joined us. He has 3 months of being the best player at the club, looking I wouldn't say looking world class, but he's looking like one of the better players in the squad. He takes his chances and he scores bangers once a year. But as we all remember, when we first got him, after the first 3 months, he just sort of disappeared back into the shadows a bit, really. Like, obviously, we agree with what Matt said. He gives 100% every game. And to be fair to Townsend, the last few years he was with us, he was playing right wing back, to be fair, with the Roy system. And with Everton's system, he probably plays a bit more of a free role and is able to attack more and do what he's supposed to do. But I wasn't surprised when I saw his form take a nosedive, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean,
I do think. I do think, sorry to cut across you. I do think it's probably the fact that he's tired, he's playing a lot of games, and the fact that the whole squad hasn't been performing. I think at the start of the season, Everton were very free flowing. We had Dominic Calvert-Lewin, we had Damari Gray's pace on the left hand side. We were a lot better balanced. And then obviously when we lose the spine of our team and Yerry Mina, we lost to Curry for 5 or 6 games. Obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin, our manager decided to drop everybody back a little bit more, and we became a lot more defensive. So I do think that might have something to do with it as well. So I think I'm not doubting him or anything like that, but I think he might be a little bit better when the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back. I think he's gonna try when he comes back, because he's very good at going down the right hand side and cutting back in on his left foot. And I just think Dominic Calvert-Lewin will eat those crosses up, especially with Damari Gray's pace on the left hand side as well. So
yeah, because when we played exactly like that with Allardyce, he was amazing when Benteke was firing. Because that was the season when Benteke got 17 goals, and most of them from crosses. And that's one thing Townsend does pretty well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let me go back into the comments, and then we're actually going to speak about your gaffer. And bear in mind, guys, I've also chucked in a poll in the comment section. Hopefully you can see that question. And I'll be chucking in polls. I've learned how to do it, so I'll be chucking in polls from time to time. Question is, will Nate get in here before 8 p.m.? Typical Nate.
Let me go into the stream and click no.
Let me address some more comments. Big up, Neil. Evening to you too. David Lee, regular on the United View with Flex, one of their mods. Big up, man. Thanks for coming over. Thank you for supporting. It will be really awkward if Andros plays in front of a full Celeste.
I don't think so. I think he'll get a good reception.
He'll get a great reception too. Yeah, I agree. Ferbs United fan. You know what, Ferbs? I feel like, what is it because of all the banter I gave you regarding United? Like, because ever since you've just been on us, like, big up to you though. And David Lee says up the Palace and such. Who else we got? We also got Santiago, Mr. Photoshop himself. All right, first, my bad then, yeah? My bad. All right, I just had to enjoy the Ollie moment. You know, it doesn't come often. You know, I think everyone was singing Ollie at the Royal. It weren't just me, all right? Matt, Rafa Benitez. Now,
yeah,
I won't lie to you. At one stage, I wanted him as manager because he's always been the sort of manager to kind of do well with, say, the lower clubs. Ever since his stint at Liverpool, obviously, all those years ago. What do you think's gone wrong at Everton?
Well, I suppose you could probably take it back to probably when Carlo Ancelotti was brought in, even way back before when Ronald Koeman was there and Steve Walsh was director of football, and we brought 4 number 10s into the squad at the same time. The likes of Wayne Rooney and all these boys were coming in. Davy Klaassen off Ajax and stuff like that, spent a fortune, and just basically money spent wrongly in the wrong areas and stuff like that. It's been poor, really. Like, I mean, Seamus Coleman, club captain and a club legend. I mean, he broke his leg 5 or 6 years ago, and he hasn't been the same player since. But we haven't bought a right back in 6 seasons, even though we know that we need a replacement right back. Not even a replacement right back, just help for him. But in terms of in the more recent past, I think when Carlo Ancelotti came in, I think Everton fans kind of started to get, we're going in the right direction. He's going to bring in top class players. He brought in James Rodriguez, he brought in Doucouré, he brought in Allen from Napoli and stuff like that. And in the second the shit hit the fan, he was gone. He went to Real Madrid, and all of a sudden we're suffering with financial restraints. And at the time when we had no manager and we were searching for a manager, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks before we even nailed down a manager appointment. I think it was there was kind of Nuno was being touted around, and Nuno I think was up for grabs in Palace. I think it was nearly nailed on that he was the Palace manager at one stage. But I'm probably what you would call a realistic Everton fan when it comes to people. A lot of Everton fans were saying, let's go get Antonio Conte. Why would Antonio Conte come and manage Everton? We have financial restraints. we haven't finished in the top 8 in the last 3 or 4 seasons. A lot of our players either don't want to be there or they're not good enough, and we can't spend any money in the transfer window. So why would a manager who was arguably one of the best managers in Europe come to Everton? So in the grand scheme of things, Rafa Benitez was probably the best manager we could get at the time. So in terms of Everton's form at the moment under Rafa Benitez, I'm not really blaming Rafa Benitez for Everton's form. I think he's probably let himself down in a few substitutions and tactics, but it's been with a lot to do with our injuries. I'm not going to go on like all the Liverpool fans do, and Liverpool fans say like, oh, injuries and stuff like that. But when we lost Dominic Calvert-Lewin after 4 games, we lost Decore for 6 games with a broken foot. Yerry Mina just doesn't seem to play for Everton. He only seems to play for Colombia. It's a strange one, but and then even our substitutes are getting injured. I mean, Tom Davies has been out for the last 6 weeks. Andre Gomez has been out with a hamstring or a calf injury for the last 2 months. It was his first 10 minutes against Arsenal the other day. So even our bench is injured. So if you look at our bench, and then Rafa doesn't help himself when it comes to. I mean, we're 1-0 down away to Brentford with 10 minutes to go, and he has 3 strikers on the bench, and he brings on a defender. That kind of stuff isn't going to go well with Rafa, with the Everton fans. It was always going to happen in terms of we started off really well, but the second we go on a bad run, Rafa was going to be under pressure. If you seen the other day there, like with the Courier's back, Yerry Mina came back and went off injured again, but Andre Gomez came on, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is only a couple of weeks away apparently. So hopefully, starting this weekend against Crystal Palace, we'll kick on and start climbing the table.
No, thank you. Just a few more comments. I really hope, you know what? Normally I would take a draw in this sort of fixture, but because of our run of games, we need to win. We really need to win this game.
So do Everton.
Fairness. Good point.
Yeah.
I mean, was Arsenal terrible or was you good?
I think it was a case that Arsenal just didn't want the fight. I think Everton in the first few minutes of the game were kind of throwing themselves into tackles. I think after 7 minutes, Ben Godfrey put in a 50-50 tackle on Tomiyasu, and it went out for an Everton throw, and the roof came off Goodison Park. And I think after that, I think it was only going to be one team winning it. And to be fair, Arsenal went 1-0 ahead against the run of play 1 minute before half time, and Everton were by far the better team. I don't know what it was. I just think Arsenal lacked a bit of creativity. They were kind of afraid to go forward, and I mean, Aubameyang came off the bench with 10 minutes to go and nearly scored the equaliser in the last kick of the game. And then I think it was Eddie Nketiah who hit the post with about 10 minutes to go as well. So
dodged a bullet.
But yeah, I just think it was that Everton on the day were the better team, but it's a welcome change, because watching Everton over the last few weeks has been nothing short of abysmal. I mean, embarrassed the week before against Liverpool at home in the derby 4-1, and Man City controlled the game against. I think that was 3-0 as well, and losing games. I don't mind getting beaten by Man City, and I don't mind getting beaten by Liverpool, because at the end of the day, lads, they're better teams than both of ours. Now, you got a great win against Man City there a few weeks ago as well, but you probably didn't expect that. Whereas Everton are at home to Watford, getting beaten 5-2. Everton getting beaten 2-0 against Wolves, getting beaten 1-0 at home against West Ham, when we're probably the better team. They're the games that you need to win if you want to climb the table. And listen, injuries didn't help, but I just think you shouldn't. If you have a lot of injuries, you should be setting yourself up not to lose the game if you're not going to win the game. And I just think we went on that run there where, like, if we had been beaten by Arsenal, it would have been 2 points out of a possible 24. That's a really, really bad return. And a lot of managers don't survive those type of runs. But unfortunately, I think unfortunately for Everton, and very fortunately for Rafa Benitez, we can't afford to sack him, because it'll cost us about 7 million to get rid of him. That's probably one of the main reasons why we can't get rid of him.
Yeah, understood. Free hit FC. Now, let me just clarify. I'm assuming that's teaching you want to get into. you know what? Being anxious is a good thing. It shows that there's a willingness to go for it. It shows that, there's a lack of complacency. Go for it. And, I think this is something we definitely need to maybe speak about more so outside of this stream. So what I would say, I'm going to put my Twitter handle in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter. And then from there, I'll probably get your number. I'm happy to have a phone conversation with you about that. Teaching's not easy, but it's definitely rewarding. Absolutely. So yeah, definitely have a chat. I'm going to drop that in a minute and such. George, I'm going to let you take over here with we'll do a combined 11. We'll do it nice and early and such. I'm going to get a screen shared. Now, George, what are we going to do this on form? Are we doing this on just if everyone's fit?
I think we should let the guests decide. And I think
if it's on form, then none of the players should be in the starting 11. So we should just maybe do it on paper, maybe.
All right. So the name is the main deciding factor on here.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll give you the goalkeeper as we do with every week we do this. Because,
okay. Yeah.
That's
just. I'm going to share the screen. Hopefully, and just whilst I'm doing that as well, you can take charge of comments as well.
All right, cool.
Because I probably won't be able to see anything.
No problem. But yeah, we normally give the away team or the other team the goalkeeper due to Gaeta's bad form this year and because he's just not as good as Pickford. So yeah, we'll give you Pickford all day, every day. So who are you going for left back then?
So I'm just looking at your starting lineup from the Manchester United game. Is that your original back lineup? Is it? Mitchell,
No.
Gahey, Tompkins, and Klein.
No. So our normal back line is Mitchell, Gay, Anderson, and Ward. But
okay.
Klein should be, or if he's fit, he should be in contention with Ward.
Okay, so Klein started the game against United, so I'll just say he's your starting right back. But in terms of left back, I actually like your man Mitchell. I think he's a decent enough player. But in terms of at the moment, it's hard for me because Luca Dina isn't playing well at the moment, and he was actually dropped out of the squad for the Arsenal game. I think he had a disagreement with Rafa Benitez. And then Ben Godfrey played at left back. But in terms of the actual left back position, I probably will have to say Luca Dean over Mitchell. But I haven't seen a lot of Mitchell, but from what I've seen of him, I think he's going to be a great player going forward for you guys.
All right. Right back.
Again, a tricky one because we don't have any right backs. So I think Nathaniel Klein, I think on his day is a decent player and stuff like that, and Seamus Coleman. So it's a toss up. Who would you have at right back yourself out of Coleman and say Klein?
I'd say Coleman personally.
Okay, does Ward so we're looking good here.
I think when Ward at the start of the season, Ward, I'd take him, but recently he's not been what he was. To be fair,
but either has Coleman, so.
Coleman it is.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat as well, get involved.
Yeah.
Say what your combined 11 might look like.
Right, so centre half then. If our centre halves are fully fit, I think Gary Mean is probably our best centre half, but he's never fully fit. So I like that young guy, Gahey. Did you get him on loan or a permanent transfer from Chelsea? Was it
permanent?
He's a good player. I like him. And I also like Anderson as well. You got him from Fulham, didn't you?
He was on loan at Fulham, and he was a Lyon player, so we bought him off Lyon.
Okay, yeah. Do you know what? They're actually two really, really solid centre halves for Palace. The one thing that I thought last season with Palace was that it was a very aging squad, and that's probably why you had a lot of release contracts.
Yeah.
but the recruitment there with Gahey and Anderson was brilliant. So I'm not too sure. Maybe we should just take one each. So who would you like to put in there at centre half?
If you're putting Mina in, we'll probably have to put in Anderson, I would say.
It's a toss up between Mina and Ben Godfrey for me.
Okay. Just before we carry on, I'd just like to address this comment. Nipan's Wi-Fi said, "Well, Nate's even later than me." So that's a pretty good comment there. Ratings to Nipan's Wi-Fi. It's probably vibes, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mina or Godfrey?
If you're talking right now in terms of form, I'd probably have Mina, and then I'd have Godfrey over on the left hand side. But we'll just put Mina there. No, actually, no, he's not fit. He's never fit. Sorry, he's never fit. Put Godfrey in there.
Okay. So this 4-3-3, are we going to play one DM, no, two DMs, or what?
So I'm trying to think of what way who's gonna be our wingers, because it's gonna be an interesting one when we get to Zaha and Damari Gray, isn't it? So, who would be your?
that was quite easy.
Well, who would be your defensive midfielder if we were doing 4-3-3?
I would pick probably Alan.
It's not looking good for Crystal Palace here, is it?
Oh, we got Anderson.
Yeah. I like Alan. What you see is what you get with Alan. To be fair, he's solid. I just think he lacks a bit of pace.
I think it's AN. Yeah.
ALLAN. Yeah. So we'll do that, and then you throw in a midfielder if you want.
So
going Eze?
100. You can't look much past Gallagher and Eze, can you?
Well now, Decore now. Decore is an animal. So I like Conor Gallagher. To be fair, I think he's been a great boy for you, or a great loan for you guys. Eze is top class. He's gonna be unreal for you guys as well. Who was the guy that you got off Reading last year? Elise, is it?
He's a right winger.
He's a right winger. Okay, so yeah, I want Decore in that midfield because I think he's better than he's not better than Eze. Eze's class. So put Eze in there. Anyway,
So we get Eze in, definite.
So what about Decore in place of Alan then?
You could do that, but I think Alan is more of a number 6 than Decore. I think Decore is box to box. He's more of a number 8, I think, in terms of bombing on. So
there you go. So you're saying with your chest that you would rather have Decore than Gallagher?
I think Gallagher is like if it was me. Oh Jesus! If you're talking about who I'd like to sign from Palace, God, Conor Gallagher's very good. No, I have to go with Decore. Well, you guys, it's obviously you are 2 Palace fans. So who do you think? Do you think Gallagher's better than Decore?
I'll take Alan out and we'll just go all attacking. Straight 3 in midfield.
Okay, take Alan out, put Decore in, and get Gallagher in there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, why not?
To be fair, I think Decore is a better athlete than Alan. Alan is just like a kind of a generally sits back there and cleans up a lot. But in terms of Decore can do the same thing that Alan does, and also bomb forward and get goals. So I think you're probably right there.
That's a good midfielder.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Scary. So
that's easy. Sorry.
We're just gonna discount your shout for Damari Gray if that's all right with you, because I don't know what you're smoking, Big Man. But
hold on a second. How many goals has Zaha got this season?
He's got a few, isn't he?
How many has he got though? Has he impacted games as much as Damari Gray has?
I thought it was going off the name, not off form.
Yeah, I can't stand Zaha. I'm sorry, lads. I can't stand him. He just every time you see him on the screen, he doesn't smile and he's just constantly giving out to the referee or something like that. I hate people like that.
4 goals, 2 assists.
And what are we looking at, Murray Gray?
Let me pick
Is
that
that
up
all?
for
Is that
you.
all competitions now? Is that all competitions you're talking about now?
Just Premier League.
Okay. So where are we looking at now?
Damari Gray is.
Just Premier League is 5 goals, 2 assists.
Yeah, so he's got 1 more goal.
Yeah. There you go. Put him in.
Nah. Anyway, we're moving on to
Nah.
right wing. So,
lads, I'm sorry, but like Zaha is a very good footballer, but his attitude stinks.
Can't Damari Gray play on the right wing? Maybe.
He plays a lot off. He plays off the left for Everton anyway.
Who would you have at right wing then in this? And let's see if we can jiggle things around because this Zaha claim is mad.
Well, Everton haven't had a right winger since. Well, it's probably had Theo Walcott, but
Well, to be fair, Zaha can play. Zaha has played right wing for us this season so far.
I think Olise will be in there
ahead of Zaha.
Yeah.
She really hates that.
Yo, the agenda is real.
Well, no,
it's
just everyone has one of those players that when they look at them on the telly, it's just like, just get him off the pitch. He just annoy me like
he
so.
bags against you.
He will. I know he will. But
get your clips. Get the clips. Rewind it like 5 minutes. Get your clips.
Zaha has always been a great player. I love him to bits. He's brilliant. He is. I love him. But
right, so
in terms of striker has to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Don't even think about saying Benteke.
Not even Edouard.
No.
To be fair, I can't go beyond DCL myself. To be fair,
has to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
He was brilliant last season, and he's looked pretty sharp when he's played so far this season. So
yeah.
I'm telling you one thing, yeah, that team is scary.
It's a good team, you know.
The only issue with that team for me would be the lack of pace with the right and left back. Other than that, it's a very strong team. Because I'd be worried about Zaha and Gray getting back. They work hard now, but
if we're having this conversation about goals and assists for Zaha and Gray, then surely I'll be able to make a case for Mitchell because he's got the most successful tackles of any left back in the whole Prem.
Yeah, I know. I said with you in terms of if you're talking about on form, then yeah, put Mitchell in ahead of Digne because Digne has not been on form whatsoever this season. So, Mitchell has a bit of pace about him as well, doesn't he? So
yeah.
I'd change that up. Stick Mitchell in there for Digne. I probably agree with that one. Although I do think Digne is a very, very good player, and I think the manager has probably told him to be a lot more defensive, which is going against him. I think he's a very attacking left. More of a wing back more than anything, I think. I think if
we're making a change.
Yeah, Digne for Mitchell. But I think when Everton play 5 at the back, and Digne is allowed to push on, I think you see him getting forward a lot more. And I think again, in terms of what we were talking about earlier on with Andros Townsend, I think you'll see a lot better form with Digne when Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back, because Digne will be trying to whip the ball into the box a lot more, which he just doesn't seem to be doing at the moment. So
either way.
I'm happy with this team.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm happy with that actually. Yeah.
Wicked. All right, I can stop sharing this now. Wicked. Right, it's hit 8 o'clock. Let's end the poll. 62% of you are correct. Nate ain't here.
I was right.
Brilliant.
Unreal. To be fair, I'm going to chuck in another poll in a minute.
Who do you think will finish higher this year, Palace or Everton?
Ooh.
Everton.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking by what we said at the start of the season. I think our main objective is to just stay up. Because
you know what
it
it
wouldn't
was, right?
surprise me if we slowly start slipping down the table.
I gave Palace a lot of stick last year on the podcast that I did with I did a podcast a week in football with a friend of mine. He's a big Liverpool fan, so I did a lot of 1 second there, guys. I have to give my girlfriend a charger. Hold on.
No problem.
There you go.
Duty calls.
Now, yeah, absolutely. She's gonna kill me. But yeah. So I gave Palace a lot of stick last year in terms of they were one of those teams that just always just were there to frustrate teams, take big points off the big teams when they needed them and stuff like that. And I looked at the league table before I came on. I thought Palace had a lot more points than they do, because I think there was a stretch there we had about 3 or 4 draws, didn't use in a row, but it was against you kind of scored late goals and stuff like that, and you nearly beat Arsenal, didn't you? Only for a last minute Lacazette goal. And I just think in terms of team performances this year for Crystal Palace have been far better than seasons before. It's just terms of getting the points on the board. But yeah, I think in terms of football wise, in terms of bringing youth through the team, and Gallagher's been fantastic for you. I don't know. See, the problem, it's a kind of a poison chalice with Gallagher. The better he plays for Crystal Palace, the less chance Crystal Palace are going to have of signing him next year, because Chelsea won't want to let him go. So it's one of them, isn't it? But yeah, I think Palace, in terms of Patrick Vieira, it was a bit of a left field appointment. But I think he's doing okay with them. I think he's worked obviously before with youth setups at Man City and stuff like that. So in terms of where Palace want to be, in terms of where Palace want to go, I think they do kind of have to start again. They released a lot of players, but they brought in a lot of decent players. Olise, Guehi, Gallagher. Obviously, I mean, if you can get him, obviously Eze's had a serious injury. When you get him back, I mean, Palace could be a decent. I'm not going to say they're going to be challenging for Europe, but they're going to be a good, solid mid-table team. I'm talking probably 11th, 10th, 9th. Do you know what I mean? If they get a full team back and really bed in those new young talents.
Absolutely. Whilst we're here, guys, just a quick announcement. We actually, as a channel, have hit 450 subs now. We're actually close to 500 subs, which is crazy. So
I think I was one of them anyway, so I subbed there during the week, I think. So
really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, obviously, like, share the stream, subscribe if you're new, all of that jazz. I did agree in our group chat that if we get to 1,000, I'll do that one chip challenge. It's one of the spicy. Yeah, so if we get to 1,000, I'll do it live on the stream. The thing is, I can't drink milk, so I'm gonna have to find a replacement after I eat that chip.
Make sure you do it at the end of the stream, because if you do it at the start, you won't be able to talk.
I'm just saying you agreed to it, not me. So you don't expect it to be
Did I say your name, JC?
Nah, I'm just making it fully clear that I'm not doing that.
But you know what? It might actually be funnier at the start and see how long it takes me to recover.
That's true.
I don't think you'd be recovering. You might be saying a lot of mad things.
Yeah, I know bread's good. Like, just dry bread is good for spice if you're not good with milk.
Yeah,
or even lactose-free milk, maybe.
This is it.
You have Gaeta in there ahead of Pickford. That comment. Get out of here.
Oh no, I just skipped over that after I saw that. I'm not gonna lie.
Welcome, Lily Brooks, and also Buddha Boy.
Irish guy supporting Palace is a beautiful thing. I don't support Palace. I'm an Everton fan.
He is our guest. To be fair, Nate is living in Ireland, and he does.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Good man.
Whiskey. You want me
That'll
to
make
die? Right. This is the time of the show where we do our school predictions for all the games coming up on the weekend. Yeah. So obviously we didn't do it last weekend because we had the Man United fan forum. So this was from the week before that.
I won a week.
You did actually win a week. You actually won a week. So myself and Nate ended up with 5 points. Jordan had 6, and our guest had 4. Who was our guest week 14? It wasn't Leeds. What was the game before Leeds?
Wolves.
No, it wasn't Wolves. Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, we had thingy. Can't
How
remember
does
his
this
name
point
now.
system work, lads? How does it work?
So if you get the exact score correct,
Yeah.
you get 2 points.
Okay.
And then I highlight it in green.
Yeah.
And then if you get whoever wins, like I say, for example, Nate was the only one that thought that Palace would lose against Leeds. So but he didn't get the score correct. So he gets 1 point.
Okay, get you. Yeah. All right.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm fine.
all the white ones are just wrong.
Okay. Okay.
My thing ready up in here. So Jules, once again, to charge of comments. Please put your comments in as well. Your score predictions in the comments. I'll just type
Big up
those as
Hamza.
we go along. I did say we're gonna. So I'm gonna have to get Nate to message in his scores then. Actually, to be fair. But Jordan, this week you can start.
I'm finally getting some praise for my my victory this week.
So
it's happened once, but you know.
George,
enough.
tomorrow's game.
What's the overall score then?
Oh snap! Sorry,
who's winning?
Apologies. Thank you. Look at me. I'm not even doing my job properly. There we go.
All right, Jordan, man, jeez.
Remember what I said before we even started?
Jordan is
Yeah, but even if you get 3 or 4 points in each game, you're still losing, man. Come on.
He is 3 weeks behind.
Okay, fair enough. We'll give him. I think you should just give him an average of 3 points for those 3 weeks and give him.
I said I'm still, even from behind, I'm still gonna win.
Oh.
You know what we'll do over the Christmas period, because there's a load of games. Won't predict.
Nah, that's bad.
I'll tell you what you could do is you could give Jordan a week where he's able to double his score.
Yeah, let's do that.
So maybe if you do like the Boxing Day fixtures, that Jordan is allowed to double his score, or let him pick a week where he's confident enough to say, this week I'm doubling my score.
He's confident every week.
I'll tell you what, are you Jordan?
That confidence don't help.
Are you confident that you're going to beat Rich this week, or overall? Are you confident you're going to beat Rich
100%.
overall? Right, I'll tell you what then. Right, if you don't beat Rich, you have to do the 1 chip challenge.
How hot is it?
We need a few of these, pal.
I'll think about it.
Is that all right? Have a think about
so
it.
it's overall. It's overall. So if Jordan has a lot of weeks to catch up, but at the end of the season, if Jordan doesn't beat Rich, then he has to do the 1 chip challenge.
Or maybe what if I don't come last?
No, you have to beat Rich.
I'll think about it.
Jordan, you get to go first this week with your school predictions. Then it will be Matt, and then I'll go. I was last time, but I'll go last again. I'll just go first next week.
Okay.
Oh snap! Because we got a midweek game, don't we? So I'm gonna have to think
midweek games.
Yeah. We'll probably be live again on Tuesday. All right, cool. Right, Brentford versus Watford. George.
So it's the battle of the promotion teams. I'm saying Watford win that, you know. I think they win that like 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, they're playing well.
Matt,
yeah, Jordan, you're going to have to get which flavour of chip you want, man, if you want to...
Well, they smacked you up 5-1, so you can't chat.
5-2. Sorry. No, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go to Brentford win here, and I'm gonna go 2-1 Brentford.
Oh, you're annoying. That's what I was gonna say as well.
Yeah,
I was going 2-1 Brentford, and then we'll get Nate's ones later. All right, Jordan, Man City Wolves.
City win that 3-0. 3-1. 3-1.
Matt?
City win that 2-0.
I'm going 3-0 City. Arsenal Southampton.
I'm thinking 2-0.
Matt?
I think Arsenal are on the ropes here, so I was gonna go with like a 1-0 or 2-1 win for Southampton. I'll go 1-0, 1-0.
Because Arsenal's at home, I'm going 2-0
To Southampton, is it?
to Arsenal. Chelsea Leeds.
3-0 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Chelsea are starting to concede a few goals, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they?
Shout out David for putting his predictions in the chat as well.
Good man, David.
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. Yeah, I don't think it'll be any higher than that. This will be interesting. Gerrard's return. Liverpool Villa.
This is all depending on the bounce. How many times is he going to bounce before he sinks, basically?
Hmm.
I think that Liverpool win it. Just, I'll say 3-2 Liverpool.
It's a nice scoring game.
Because I'm an Everton fan, I'm going to say 2-1 Aston Villa.
I
just think that I can just imagine Steven Gerrard he's not going to be able to show his emotion because it's at Anfield, but I'd say he'll only be short of doing Mourinho down the line if Villa win, like so.
To be fair, Vieira did the same thing at Arsenal when we scored. He was going nuts.
Yeah. So I think Gerrard's a passionate bloke. So I think if they do get a win, I think he will give a little fist bump, but he'll be respectful about it. But I think it's one of those games, a tricky game. Aston Villa seem to be, along with Palace, seem to be Liverpool's kind of thorn in the side. So, yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Aston Villa for the crack here.
I've gone 3-0 Liverpool.
All right.
Norwich, Man United.
Oh man, I feel sorry for Norwich. They're like that. You know that thing in the arcade is whack-a-mole. That's just them.
Yeah.
Into the Premier League, boff. Into the
A
Premier
yo-yo.
League, boff.
A yo-yo club. That's what it is, man.
Oh man, I don't know. It depends what Ralph's done with him, innit?
Well, he rested all his players there for the Europa League game. Like, nobody who played in the Europa League game is going to be playing on the weekend, so his team are fresh. Like,
and because of that, I think that they will go there and have a field day. I think that it'll be 4-0.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but I'm going to go 3-0 just to kind of be different than Jordan. 3-0.
Oh, screw being different. I was going 3-0 as well anyway.
Well, it's different this time. We can't base our scores around Nate because normally he's pretty good at
it. Seaweeds versus Spurs.
Spurs, I know you're crap, but you're still beating Seaweeds.
That game is called off, boys. Cancelled.
Oh, was it 100%? No,
100% postponed. Spurs, because the Spurs have like 11 players.
COVID win 11-0.
That's a handy 3 points for COVID there. So yeah, but so we all get 2 points for that one, do we? Because we predicted that the game was off.
I get 2 points. You get nothing.
I get 2 points because I was the one I had to tell you that it was off, so I get 2 points for that.
I knew that there was rumors of it. I didn't know it was confirmed.
Yeah, it was confirmed there about 6 o'clock. Yeah,
that they're done.
And they're worried about because I think they did another few tests today, and I think 2 more got it, and then they're obviously just expecting the rest of the squad to have it because they were traveling and stuff like that. So it's not looking good for them, and then their game as well midweek as well. So not looking good for that one either.
Yeah. On that note, George, we'll have a little in-house competition, me, you, Nate, in trying to get who says the swear word the most, sort of thing. So I'll say
Or-
loser. Loser
Loser has to do it.
I'll do a forfeit.
Or Nate said it twice on stream. He said it yesterday as well. So
But we'll start fresh. We'll start fresh from next week.
I
So whoever
So
says
have
it the
like
most, we'll keep a little tally.
a swear jar.
Yeah,
yeah,
literally.
but there's only one swear word though. So
Okay.
I think you've gathered what the swear word is.
Yeah. I'm not saying it. I'm not getting involved.
Burnley, West Ham,
the
West
battle of the
Ham.
clarets.
El Clarita.
I like that. Off the top, yeah. Or did
El
you think of it?
Clarity.
Just off the dome. Just there.
A Clarito, yeah, very good.
Oh man, you can't see West Ham losing these days, and it's unfortunate because I've got a West Ham fan at work, and he talks too much as it is. But listen, I think they're winning that 2-0. Actually, no. So I'll leave a little quote. It'll be 3-1 with Cornet to hit the brace. Yeah.
3-1. Cornet's hitting a brace. What?
Oh,
He did that last time. It's become a thing.
Oh,
He said
really?
it was.
yeah. So I thought that a brace was just getting the winning goal, but it's actually 2 goals. So even though I know Burnley are going to lose, yeah, and they're going to score 1, Cornet is getting the brace.
Well, listen, you might score an own goal.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
true.
So,
Yeah, 3-1 West Ham.
with a brace from Cornet. Very good.
Yeah, to get the winner.
Very good.
Matt?
I'm going to go West Ham 3-0. West Ham are great. I really like the way West Ham play. Obviously, David Moyes, I'm delighted to see David Moyes doing well as well with them and finally getting a job that suits him and stuff like that. So, and I just think Burnley's time in the Premier League is up. I think they need to go down and start again, to be honest with you.
I think everyone
yeah,
said that. Everyone has said that when they've come on here.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I was saying the same thing about Crystal Palace last year, but they've done the right thing and they've gotten rid of the players. No, but they've done the right thing. They've changed their manager. They've gotten rid of all their older players and they've brought in youth. So they're trying to change, which Burnley aren't.
You saved yourself a syndicate.
Yeah. Well, Burnley aren't trying to do that. They're the same squad every year, same dirty tactics. Manager. In fairness, I like the manager, to be fair, but Burnley have to go down this year because it's just boring at this stage. Sorry, any Burnley fans watching this. Sorry.
We will let Dan know later. Leicester, Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
Tough. Vardy's been back in. Newcastle's. I don't know. I don't see the hype about Eddie, but Leicester win that. I'm gonna say 1-0.
I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna go 1-1 because I just think Leicester just aren't playing well lately, and they're after getting hit with COVID as well. So, Leicester have a lot of their players. I don't think they have a decent starting lineup tonight against Napoli. I think they just got beaten 3-2 tonight against Napoli. That might have been in them out of the Europa League actually, but I think the players like Lookman and a few of their kind of fringe players have COVID, and you don't know what it's going to be like in a few days' time with them. So, 1-1 Leicester, Newcastle.
I've gone 2-1 Leicester.
And
I don't know why I feel for some reason Joe Linton will probably score as well.
Score a brace, will he?
Shout out Jay for correcting me with my lack of football knowledge, apparently.
And then the big one. Palace, Everton.
Is Eze back?
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Oh, Eze, is he? Is he Eze?
I'm gonna. So there's 2 ways you can look at it. You can look at it as we bounce back. You also can look at it as we never beat Everton historically. Home and away, we're just crap against Everton. I want to see a win, but I don't think we can. I don't think it will be a win. I'll say 1-0.
Come on, man. Go with your
I'll say
heart.
1-0.
Go with your
1-0.
heart, not your head. Go with your heart.
My heart says we smash you 14-0, but I know that's not happening.
Yeah, okay. Put Jordan down for 14-0 there, man. Put him down for 14-0.
No. 1-0.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Everton, right? But it all depends on what team. If Everton turn up like the way they played against Arsenal, I think Everton win the game comfortably, to be fair. But if we don't turn up, Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park, under the lights, evening kickoff. That Selhurst Park to be bouncing, doesn't it? So it reminds me kind of a Goodison Park. All the fans are kind of on top of the players and stuff like that, so it can be intimidating as well. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna say, put me down for a 2-0 for Everton, because I just think that the players have a bit of fight about them lately, so I'm hoping they continue it on. So 2-0 Everton.
Shout out, Jamie.
I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
Oh,
so we got a proper mix. We got a draw, Palace win, and an Everton win.
Yeah. The only way we're conceding is with Richarlison.
Someone's holding L's with the points this week.
One of us is gonna be right, so it just depends on what score it is.
This is it. Right, let me make sure I save that. Cool, wicked. Big up everyone that's still with us, still in the chat. Don't forget, smash that like button, share the stream, subscribe if you're new. So I haven't had a chance to look at the comments, obviously, just dealing with these share screens and stuff. I'm still getting used to things and such. But I know Statman Steve is in there. I know Luca's in the chat. What other channels are there?
We've got Jamie's just come in.
Is Nate there?
Bradley.
Brad's in.
Obviously
the regulars. Jay, David.
Is Nate there?
No, Trey. His brother can sing. So Michael the Scrub Tarling. Oh, Hamza's here as well. Big up, Hamza. We need one of your rant streams, Hamza.
My dad's still waiting.
No, 100%. Latest poll up. Who swears the most? Who swears the most? Interesting to see what you think. Right, last bit before we close. Now, we have a thing called Eagle of the Week and Nippon of the Week. Eagle of the Week is a reward for anyone, absolutely anybody. It could be something that they've done well, something great. Nippon of the Week is literally like the waste man. All women, don't discriminate here. And so yeah, as per usual, Eagle of the Week.
That really hurt my ears. Wow.
I'll put a disclaimer warning in it.
You have to put a warning in front of it. That literally went like that. Oh my god.
You know what? It's so quiet on my end. I didn't realize. Sorry,
mate. I'm nearly deaf. I'm nearly gone deaf. Oh my god.
Right then, you know what? You might want to turn it down for the next one.
Oh no! Just let me know, man. Just let me give me a heads up.
I will do. Jordan, who's your Eagle of the Week?
I'm gonna say that the Eagle of the Week is that Chelsea ladies footballer that body checked that pitch invader. I think that was quality.
Kemp, was it, or Kem or something? Kemp?
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. She just body checked this Donny to the floor, and he looked shocked.
Yeah, saying that she got booked for it as well, which is ridiculous.
Oh well.
Yeah, Kerr. I think it was Kerr. I think her name is K-E-R. I think her name is, but yeah, that was gas.
Yeah, Matt. Who's your Eagle of the Week?
It's hard, isn't it? I'll give a shout out to an Everton channel, Blue Boys Network. You might have heard of him, Mike. He had a tough week last week. His granddad passed away there during the week.
right.
So give him a shout out. He's been doing really well with his channel there lately as well, and he's had a tough week there the week. So give him a shout out, and hopefully he's doing well, and
That's good.
hopefully he has a nice weekend coming up, and hopefully we get a win on Sunday for him. So yeah, big up Eagle of the week is Mike from the Blue Boys Network.
Guys, drop in your flower emojis for Mike. Drop it in the chat. For me, and I only saw this today at lunchtime. So there's actually a Liverpool fan called Ethan Beckley who had donated bone marrow to a young lady with leukemia and such. So I just saw the video. He got to obviously go down to Anfield and he met Alison Becker and stuff. But just the thought of donating, to save someone else's life, man, was amazing. So big up Ethan Beckley for that.
Oh, Nathan.
Yeah, Jay with a good comment here as well. Man like David pulling us for the Millwall draw. And nipping of the week is Barca getting booted into the Europa League.
Barcelona could be nipping of the week, That is a shout.
No, I've got my nipping of the week. I'll go first. Run it.
You make sure.
Matt, take your headphone out.
Oh, gee, okay.
As you know, Nippon with his dial-up Wi-Fi.
Nippon of the week is this guy. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. It's a man like Big Boris.
Mm.
You know what?
And there's
I can't disagree.
End the show there, guys. Thanks for having me on. Cheers, boys. Yeah, he's some boyo, isn't he?
He's a waste man. Shout out, Amanda.
Well, listen, at least he knows how to have a party anyway. I'll give him that.
And how to get all his employees to quit.
You know what? I'm going to sound very silly here, but I'm not afraid to say that. What is VOY? I know FYI is for your information, right? But what is VOY? Because I've seen
I didn't address it myself because I don't know either.
I thought I think was it Vicky had put it up earlier?
Yeah, I know it's for your information.
That's the FYI.
VOY.
Because that happens at work way too much. It pisses me off. Yeah, you get them forward emails. Oh, FYI. Nah, bro.
Man, is she going to tell us what it is or what?
I hope so.
No. So put it in the chat.
She's going to keep us thinking.
And as we wait, we'll get Matt's nipping of the week.
Yeah, listen, you can't disagree with what you said there. I don't think. So yeah, we'll just. I think I wouldn't be against agreeing with you there, to be honest with you, because it's a mad situation for him, isn't it? Like he's under so much pressure, self-inflicted pressure, and then in the midst of it all, did he have a baby girl yesterday morning as well? So I'd say his head is absolutely melted, but self-inflicted, so we won't give him too much sympathy. So yeah, I'll disagree with you. Nipping of the week is Boris Johnson.
I'm actually Googling this now. It's actually annoying me.
So I'm Googling what does VOY mean.
Yeah, I found it. It says Volunteer of the Year.
Oh. That makes sense.
Does it?
I think so.
There's also Voices of Youth, though. There's quite a few different ones.
Voice of Youth.
Oh, then there's a slang one. Hold on.
Video on Yahoo. Oh, Virtues of Youth, maybe.
Doesn't make sense. Amanda, put it in the comments. Please. Put in the chat what it is. It's ridiculous.
All right, if you're not in the chat, Amanda, just drop it in the comments at the end of the show, guys.
It's got to be Urban Dictionary. We'll try it. We'll try this one real quick. Urban Dictionary knows everything. They just call it Voyage, and suck your
Three
mum.
grown men are
But oh well.
scrambling.
All right.
Guys, listen, this is come to the end of the stream. I've got football training, so unless you want to stay with Jordan.
I've got Chinese to be eating. It's getting cold.
Just a quick one for you then, guys.
Yeah,
Just a
no
quick one for you. Where do you think Palace are going to end up this season in league?
13th.
I was gonna say 12th.
I'll say 14th because it's my lucky number 14. So I'll say 14th.
No problem.
It's gonna be
That's
it's gonna be one of
yeah.
them strange. It's gonna be one of them strange seasons, isn't it? You win a game and you go up 3 places. You lose a game, you go down 5 places. It's gonna be a hell of a season, isn't it?
100%. Wicked. What have we got coming up? Right, I actually should be at Sellers Park on Sunday.
You're gonna be there, are you?
I'll
You
be
there,
there as
George?
well. I'm
I'll
always
see
at
if we
home
can-
matches.
See if we can link up. Probably do something together before. Just upload something. We'll work it out. and
Yeah.
such. But we'll still do the match reaction.
Yeah, I'm
Sunday
not sure
night.
about before the match because I want to watch the F1.
Yeah.
No joking. Not a problem. But either way, you'll see some content from us. Hopefully,
Cool.
if we can get some sort of reception, try and get some live footage, like a halftime report or something. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, I'll try something.
Also, yeah, we'll still do the match reaction. Probably 8 p.m. Maybe, obviously, for the Palace fans, if you want to send in a video with your match reaction, we'll upload that to the channel too. And yeah, that's about it, really. And Matt, if you're free Sunday evening, you want to join us for our match reaction, you're more than welcome.
I might be out having a few beers, so
What, after you lose?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Drown away all their sorrows.
no, but listen, guys, thanks so much for having me on the channel. Fair play to you. And if you ever need a realistic Everton fan to come on again, I'm more than willing to do so. So thanks very much for coming on.
Okay,
And
man, thanks for
cheers, bud.
Cool. Pleasure.
coming. And big up Seki from Australia. It must be near morning there, to be fair. Guys,
Yeah,
like,
Wellington
share,
morning, yeah.
subscribe. See you Sunday, and then Tuesday, hopefully, for the Southampton preview. Wednesday, we might have to postpone Wednesday's talking-ish then. Could be
Yeah,
Southampton game
probably.
and such. We'll figure it out. Guys, keep the notification bell on. Like, share, subscribe, and we're out.
Peace.
Up the toffees.
Get out of here.